Alright, now that we have chosen a piece of music, we will bring it into our timeline and begin editing to the music. I'll be splitting up this 15 minutes of footage into two different songs, so I'm going to take the first half of the footage, the first 7 minutes of just the Temple Grounds footage, and I'll be putting that to this first song. So I'll be taking my 7 minutes of footage from the Temple Grounds and trying to squeeze it into a 3.5 minute song, which means as I'm editing, I know that I either need to eliminate half the clips or shorten each of the clips in half the amount of time. You'll kind of see how I do that as I go. So the first thing I'll point out is how I edit to the beat of the music. Here we go. So on that beat, I'll be editing to a new clip. And I'm going to slide this one over. Now, I personally like to cut the video 1 frame before the beat of the music. If you look here really closely, you can see the beat of the music right there. And I'm going to cut just 1 frame before it. With 24 frames per second, it's not always possible to match it up exactly on this beat. As you can see, it's kind of skipping in between those two. The video will look like it's cut to the beat better if you cut the frame right before the beat rather than the frame right after the beat. So I'll cut right before the beat, slide the clip over. So as you can see, I'm cutting these clips to this beat. Now, this clip and this clip are very similar, and I'm not sure yet which one I want to use. I like both of them, and so I'm just gonna slide this clip right underneath there, and then right-click Enable, which will then disable this clip or hide it so that it can't be seen. And the reason I do that is because sometimes I don't want to eliminate a clip because I'm not positive which one I like better. And so I like to go back and know my options. And so now I know that I have 2 options of clips here that could both work for a very similar shot. I know right now that I like this one better, but if down the road in my editing process, I want a clip similar to that later on in the video, or I want to swap that one out, I know that right underneath it, there's a clip just like it. So moving on, we're going to slide this guy over. Okay, gonna make this shorter. I'm cutting these to the beat. Cut. Cut, cut, and I will go through and do that to every clip. Again, going to fast forward through me doing the same thing to the rest of these intro shots as I continue that pattern, and it is pretty much the same. Now, this clip, I already know where I want it to be in the song. I want it to be on the first drop of the first chorus. So what I'm going to do, this is where the first drop is. And I want that part of the song to come in right there if she puts her hands up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all my clips. I'm just going to scoot them on over. And like I said, I know I want this clip right here on the drop. And you can tell it's the drop because the music right here is crescendoing. So I know the drop's about right there. So I'm going to try and time her arm raise to be right at the drop. So let's see how that looks. And I'm going to start this clip on the beat on this end. Good. Next clip. Very good. So an important part to editing to music is knowing which clips should go to which parts of the music, putting the most important, most impactful moments at the biggest part of the songs,
the slower, more romantic parts at the slower part of the songs. I'll usually have the clips be drawn out for a longer duration, and during the faster part of the songs, I'll have the clips be shorter and quicker with the beat.
Now, we still have a few hugs left and not enough room to put them all in the chorus, and I'd like to fit them all in the chorus if we can. So let's review and see which hugs I don't like as much as others. I'll probably end up starting that clip about right there. I'm gonna cut this right. Scoot this over. Like that. So I'm always looking for ways to shorten clips so you can still get the gist of what just happened without having to watch excess amount of that clip. To me, that's what a good editor can do, is they can show as much of the clip and as many clips as possible in the shortest amount of time. People don't want to watch 20-minute long wedding videos. They want to see a 4-minute wedding video that covers the same amount of content and material as would somebody else's 20-minute video. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split up the boy and the girl hugs. There was only one of me there and 2 of them hugging, and so I couldn't capture all the hugs, so I'd go from 3 or 4 hugs of the girl and I'd go over and show 3 or 4 hugs of the boy. But to make it seem like there was more cameras there, I'm now going to cut so that it shows one of the boy hug, one of the girl hug. So we got girl hug, boy hug, girl hug, girl hug. So let's go ahead and put a boy hug in there next. We'll slide this boy hug over to cut up between those. And so that you don't have to listen to this audio while you're editing, you push the M over here to mute, you push the S to make it just a solo track. S for solo means only that track will play, or you can just mute the other audio lines. So as much as I try, there's gonna be more girl hugs. These are 2 friends. I'm going to go ahead and cut one of the friends out.
Now I'm going to go ahead and play this little sequence back, and I want you to notice how fluid it feels because it was edited to the beat of the music, and how it makes you as the viewer feel a part of the event because the music and the visuals are intertwined.
Now you'll see as the music slows down, so do the clips, or at least the length of them is now double time. Short, 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 short. Music slows down. Slower, slower, slower. Very nice. Beat picks up a little bit, so I think we're going to pick up the pace of the clips as well. Cut on that beat. Now you see I've cut off of this guy walking by. It makes for a nice transition. Love this clip. I might bring this over to one of the longer clips. Let's see how it looks right there. Be somebody with me. Don't know if I love that clip. I'll probably choose between this one and that one. And we'll probably go with this one. So I'm gonna disable that. Like when she looks up at him. Very nice. I kind of want this kiss right here to be on the next chorus. So let's just see if I can slide this over and see how it looks there. And what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna do another speed ramp again. On that beat, we're gonna go from fast to slow. Go about right there. Speed up the first part, 250. Very good. So now the question becomes, well, if I'm sliding these clips over here like that, what am I putting here and here? Well, I have a lot of footage over here that I hope to intermix of just them two walking around the temple grounds. And so I'm thinking I want to kind of disperse that throughout. Now I'm going to go ahead and push the rest of these clips over just a tad to this chorus so that I can start building out some of this middle ground with some of the couple shots. I like to, if I can, create some sense of mystery at the beginning. So I'm thinking maybe the shot of them walking and then holding hands could be a good one to show at the very beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this over to the beginning somewhere. Let's say I want it to be the first clip that we see of them. My head feels tangled up like the headphones in my pocket. On that handhold, let's get a little more of that handhold in there. So we'll go about right there. My head feels tangled up like the headphones in my pocket. Very good. Now let's come back, look around for another good couple shots. Maybe that one. That one's kind of a reveal of the bride, if you will. Let's bring that over there. There you go. That creates some mystery. Drag that over. And there's another good one here of her ring and flowers. Possibly can use this one. So let's plug some of those in and see how they look. Put our flowers in here. Once the time is counting down, it's impossible to stop it. 3 words that we need to save. Stop it. 3 words that we need to save. 3 weeks. So let's find a few more shots to bring into the beginning of the video. So just like that, I will continue finding other clips that will fit that part of the song and editing them into the video. And this is why my timelines get kind of messy. They kind of stack on top of each other like this because I like to have options. I like to know that, all right, here's a bass, but I'm going to bring in some new clips to see how they look. So I can have the creativity to swap one in and swap one out. Very nice. That'll do for now. Your heart has to be followed. And tucked under here is an awesome shot that I can show later on now, along with this one as well. So then I kind of try and clear out some of the shots that I didn't end up using. So let's go ahead and watch it from here now. My head feels tangled up like the headphones in my pocket. 2 words and you got me. 2 nights and you told me that once the time is counting down, it's impossible to... Might want to switch these up. Got 2 flower shots in a row right now. So if I mix those up. And you told me that once the time is counting down, it's impossible to stop it. 3 words that we need to save. 3 weeks till you move away. So go, go, go. Your heart has to be followed. good enough for now for our intro piece. Now I want to try and build out our bridge. So now I'm going to try and find our slow, cutesy shots.
So I'm going to speed this part up again, but basically what I'm doing is deciding which shots will fit into this part of the song. It's all about matching emotion of visuals with emotion of song.
So I'm still looking for a couple more clips to throw into my bridge area. Like I said, I'll usually save my most romantic looking clips for that section. Usually ones where you can see their faces really well, staring into each other's eyes or smiling, or just some kind of interaction that really showcases their love.
Let's fast forward again here. All I'm doing is filling in the holes with clips in the video, and I will frequently watch back the entire video to see how it's looking and see if any changes need to be made. By the time I'm done editing this video, I've watched through it hundreds of times.
And now I'm looking at some of these clips going, I don't know how important that guy is. I don't love this shot. This one's kind of boring too, actually. Don't need this one. I like the grandparents.
So as I'm going through, I'm deciding which clips to keep, which ones to eliminate, and then filling in the gaps with new, better clips.
Anytime there's similar looking clips that looks like I did a jump cut meaning you just cut the same clip and just close some of the space between it. If it looks like a jump cut, like this one where it's shot from the same angle, I'm gonna go ahead and mix those up, and let's swap out maybe just these two different angles and see how that looks. Very nice. I kind of like this one starting it off. Yeah. So I had this clip in here to start off the bridge, and I like this one better. Just shows more emotion. Alright, so it's building out pretty nicely. I filled up the bridge pretty well with clips that I like. I'm not 100% set on it yet, but it works for now. Now I need to find a good clip that brings the chorus back in. Because that clip isn't very exciting, and that's an exciting part of the song. I'm going to try this one out, see how it fits. This is just a trial and error process, but to me it makes a big difference in the final product if you can find the right clips to match the right parts of the songs. My goal is to build out a good skeleton where I have a good solid beginning, the middle makes sense, all the parts of the song make sense with the clips, and then from there I can go and rearrange the way I like them.
So now that I have a solid skeleton built out, now I'm just going back and forth between some of the clips that are off to the right, and then I'll plug them into different parts of the song, and I'm basically just playing a game of trial and error and seeing which clips look best at which parts of the song. So I'll spend a good hour or two doing this, just playing around with the clips and deciding where everything should be, rearranging. And this is the part where you really get to be creative and decide what in your brain, in your creative brain, looks the best that your client is going to love the most. And then I'll do one or two final sweeps, making sure everything looks exactly how I like it. Just fine-tuning clips here and there, any final adjustments, and that is pretty much it. I've successfully narrowed down that 8 hours of footage to 30 minutes to then 15 minutes to now a 3.5 minute video composed to this song. And out of that 7 minutes, I only have 2 or 3 leftover clips over here that weren't included in the edit. So as you see, I've done a great job of including as much content and footage in the shortest amount of time so that the viewer gets to see a lot of clips but doesn't have to spend 10-20 minutes watching all of them. So that, my friends, is how you edit to music using the beat of the song. If you guys have any further questions on this subject, please let me know.